Hey, Altrius. Oh, hello. I've actually managed to catch an Aavak stream. What's causing the server to lag so much, Aavak? Debris is everyone's best bet. There's a lot of calculations. It's kind of like oxygen not included. If you leave a lot of stuff on the ground all the time, it causes the game to have to calculate a lot more stuff. And that seems to be where the lion's share of the issues are coming from. Now, I've been working very hard, so let's go ahead and gobble down some food. Let's also pop these tomatoes into my chest. Don't need those on me. Neither do I need the fish on me, realistically. Or these. Let's pop all of that in there for now. Now we're going to want this in my hand. Cool. My peeps are stupid and refuse to pick stuff up off the ground. Well, yeah. I mean, derplicants will derp. It's in the name. Not that that is actually their name, but it should be. Hello, turkey. Have you made a dire mistake? Have you made a terrible miscalculation? I believe you have. Oh, damn it. Apparently you have not, because I can't aim. How embarrassing. Where's that turkey gone to? There you are. I was about to say, I've been outsmarted by a turkey. This offends me. Ah, poop. You clever little sausage, you. You went to the one place where I couldn't shoot you. One of many places I couldn't shoot you, actually. Oh, well. But yeah, it's actually getting... It's pretty hard to aim with this, I'll be honest. Right now. I may sign off on trying to hunt anything while I'm here. Until we can get things a little bit more... a little bit less laggity. Like, you know, except for, you know, fish. I will hunt fish with my bow. But anything with legs is safe for now. Okay, getting there. We've got a little bit more to go, though. Let's continue pulling down the soil on this side. That'll do. On the... I wonder if this gets me mining experience. Or any experience, for that matter. Close that down. Let's see. No, I don't think digging dirt actually gets any experience. Mining rock definitely does get you, you know, as you might imagine, mining experience, but it doesn't look like there is an excavation role. Unlike games like Worm, where digging dirt is absolutely a skillable job, and in fact, it is a very important job to have at least someone in the camp who's got a high skill in it, because otherwise you're not going to be able to make roads. Yeah. I can streamline this super fast, but... so probably a dumb question. How do I harvest plant fibers? Use a sickle. Do not use a machete. A machete will get rid of the plants, but won't give you their fibers. A sickle is what you want for harvesting any kind of plant to get the fibers themselves. Grass is, generally speaking, the easier one to harvest, but not always the best one too. Depends a little bit. Sickle is a very easy tool to make. Just a bit of stone, wood. In fact, I think it might actually only be stone. At a tool bench, and that'll get you a sickle. Same place you make the hoe. I recommend anyone who does make a tool bench, make a hoe. It's really cheap. It's just wood as far as I remember. And that is going to facilitate planting acorns. Which will stop them just accumulating in your chests, because, you know, realistically, that's what happens. As someone with a chest full of acorns back at their main camp, yeah, mistakes have been made. Okay. Give me just a second, chat. Dum-dum-dum. I lost a bunch of info on the top of my my Twitch page. That was a bit weird. There we go. Perfect. Sid Orange Bunny. That land claim tool reminds me of the old Settlers game. Oh yeah, it does actually, in the Pioneers. Now, one of my favorite ways of border expansion in the game, literally picking up the border peg by peg and moving it aside. Yes, I think that was introduced. Was it Settlers 3? And that was just hilarious. It's like, yeah, no, this is my land now. But we already live here. No, you don't anymore. Of course, you know, whilst it was cheap and easy and also hilarious to watch as your people simply just walked along and moved the fence effectively, you know, kind of reminiscent of some sort of neighborly conflict. It didn't really stand the test of time because if someone just built a tower, it's like, yeah, this is mine. And you're like, oh, yeah. Probably should have protected my borders and not just expanded them, but oh, it was so funny though. There we go. Right, come here. No, poop. Knew it was going to happen. And you're right to question. Well, if you knew it was going to happen, Aavak, why did you do it? Yeah, right. I'm a dirt. Plonk. Easily fixed, though. Yep. Let's try and get as much of this done as we can. I think that takes us to the edge of our border claim. Oh, of course, I've got to drop all the rest of this dirt before I can actually check, though. Yes, perfect. Okay, so we're going to build this out, and then we're going to stop moving that dirt around. But this is going to give us a pretty good foundation for us to decide things. Again, I am going to be excavating it. You know, I'm basically making work for myself. Don't think that I'm doing this because I don't understand it. I'm doing it because I'm an idiot. And because I'm finicky. And because, yes. Also, I enjoy moving dirt around in this game. Don't judge me. Oh, nice. Bison and 2 headshots. Very nice. The hunter skill tree, really good for that. Not only allows you to achieve, you know, faster kills, but lets you get a lot closer to animals before they react to your presence and start running away. Which in turn, you know, again, allows you to get faster kills. Oh yeah, we've more or less brought it all the way down here now. Yoink. Now, Zangiru is saying something about being able to carry more things on your shovel, but I'm fairly certain that that would require some sort of upgraded shovel. If it's at all possible to do, it might not be. But right, let's continue bringing this back. So park the car about there. There we go. And just bring this whole section up as well. Exposing the clay down below. That is going to be super worthwhile having. Now, one thing you can do, and I'm going to mention it because it's, you know, being equipped with knowledge is never a bad thing. It's what you choose to do with it is up to you, really. And yes, there are certain points where it's like, well, yeah, but why teach anyone to rob a bank? Okay. But teaching people how to hotwire cars, for example, that is useful knowledge if you lose your keys and you've got someone in distress, someone's having a baby and you've got to get them to the hospital because for some reason the ambulance can't get there because it's stuck in a traffic jam in the middle of London. And, well, okay, it's breaking down because realistically if an ambulance can't get there, you probably can't get to the hospital in your car either. But nevertheless, okay, it's not important. What I'm trying to say is you can absolutely, if someone hasn't laid a land claim over a road, you can just go along and lay a land claim there and then no one can do any more work on that road. You now control that road. If you're a medieval knight, you can, in fact, illegally charge a toll. as per the traditional laws of your land. You're a knight, then you can now control that bridge until someone can stop you. If no one can, then, well, it's your bridge now, and you can charge however much you want for it. I don't recommend anyone do this, but I'm just saying that, you know, it is a thing that can be done. 'Tis but a flesh wound, indeed. Indeed. Oh, there are many, many sounds going off in chat right now. I know how to soup. Thank you very, very much for those 5 gift subs. That's incredibly kind of you. Diolch yn fawr. And Bennett, thank you very much as well. That's really kind of you. I know how to soup with the Prime sub as well. My lord. And I am a llama. Sorry for missing your Prime sub 18 minutes ago. I was probably talking about something and got distracted by myself. It happens. There are reasons why this is my job. I'd like to say it's because I'm good at games, or I'm charismatic, and I am a born presenter. I'm neither of these things. It's because I talk to myself a lot, and so I naturally fell into a job that required an awful lot of talking to myself. One could say I was born for this job. Another way you could put it is I am bad at any other job. You know, it's like a whole glass half empty, half full kind of scenario there, I think. But thank you so, so much for all of the support. This is incredibly kind of you. Oh, and Marissa as well. Thank you for the 5 gift subs. And you have just triggered a hype train. Marissa is the conductor. The fee, however, is subsidized by the government. So no matter how much Marissa is charging for a ticket aboard her hype train, it is always the same price for you. And that is 100 bits. Or more, if you're feeling particularly generous. Once again, Leafin will collect your ticket fees at the door, and Bilal will be around with drinks. We used to allow Leafin to bring the drinks, but we received complaints. Despite his assertions it was in fact tea, some people were suspicious. Didn't taste like tea. It didn't smell like tea. And they got really hyper when they drank it. It would be impolite to accuse him of any underhanded shenanigans, but, well, the shoe fits. Either way, we thought it best if he no longer controlled the drinks trolley. Back UK, thank you very much for the cheer there. Oh, apparently there was a different shovel, but it's been removed from the game. I see. Thank you very much for that little bit of info there, that was Zangiri. Hey, Solenopsis! I've been watching your Oni and Eco VODs on YouTube, but never got around to getting on the stream. Glad to be here. Well, glad that you made it. I hope you enjoy your stay. Thank you very much for all the cheers, everyone. We're already a good ways towards level 3 hype train, my lord. We'll stick around for the hype train, but after that, I think it's high time for us to go on a bit of a tea break, talking about tea in the drinks trolley. Oh, I am a little parched, I must confess. Right, now I'm going to talk about something, because I am allowed to talk about it, though. I'm going to say something, right? I'm not sponsored by anyone. So, you know, this is just a consumer opinion, free of any kind of economic bias. But recently, Cringer got a sponsorship with Sneak Energy, a UK branded energy drink. And oh my goodness. I decided, oh, you know what, sure. You know, Cringer did due diligence. He was testing a mysterious energy drink that he would never name, and you couldn't see any brand for about a week, maybe 2 weeks. And it turns out he was deciding whether he liked it enough to be willing to be sponsored by it and to recommend it to his viewers. Something I'm extremely proud of him for doing. You know, making sure that you yourself endorse the product rather than just, you know, endorse the amount of money that's going to be falling into your bank account as a result of endorsing the product. Well done, Cringer. But yeah, no. After so much time spent making sure that he liked it, I was like, oh, you know what? I actually like energy drinks, but most energy drinks kind of get to me after a while. There's a decided energy drink taste to most energy drinks, and after a bit, I just find they're not particularly good for streaming, honestly, because they kind of make your throat feel a little bit raw. You might be super energized by them, but the talking aspect kind of goes the way of the dodo in short order. But I've got to be honest, I'm actually really, really impressed. Really impressed. It tastes the least energy drinky of all the energy drinks. Gives you a bit of pep in your step, but it actually tastes like you're just drinking juice, which, in my opinion, is really good. Also, they got some awesome flavors. Also, they delivered like in 24 hours, and I ordered it on a Sunday. Something which blew Cringe's mind. Apparently, that is not a thing that happens in the US. I obviously, as a friend, I felt it behooved me to take a shot, as friends do, you know, British and all that. We show our love by being sassy. And so I responded by, well, yeah, it's because we didn't defund our postal service. We actually did. It's just he doesn't know it. Shh, don't tell him. So he fired back, you know, never get into a shootout with a Texan. I should have known this. But he fired back with, yeah, but, you know, it also has something to do with the fact that your entire country is the size of my state. And it's like, yeah, okay. Fair point. Fair point. You know, touche, etc., etc. Like I said, don't get in a shootout with a Texan. Shots were fired, and then he shot back. More shots and bigger shots. It was like, oof. I doff my cap to you, could say. But yeah, no, I actually really enjoying Sneak. I wasn't expecting to. I thought, oh, I'll give it a try, you know, since it's saying it. But, you know, well, that being said, I enjoy energy drinks in general. I just wasn't expecting it to be like, oh, actually, I think I could probably quite happily drink this way more than I should, considering what's probably in it. But then again, it's an energy drink made by a UK company, so it's massively regulated on what they can put in it. So it's like, I'm reasonably certain that that somewhere buried deep down in the nutritional information that they're not required to put on it in some other countries, but definitely required over here and in most of Europe, you know, it's like, what's in this? Stuff and things. That's fine. Would we kill our customers? Well, I mean, there's an awful lot. You could just be rolling the dice, really. It's like, yeah, there'll be plenty more. They breed faster than you could possibly kill them with this stuff. But no, it's actually made of good things and tastes good too. So yeah, take it for what you want. Hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag actually just genuinely tastes good enough for me to recommend. That's a terrible hashtag. Way too many words. Oh, thank you so much for all of the support with our hype train, everyone. I hope you all enjoy. Someone just said Joja Cola, and my brain started saying what it was reading rather than what I wanted to say. But I hope you all enjoy your new emotes there. Thank you so much for the support. Yoink. I think we should be good on this side. Oop. Inventory is too heavy. Fantastic. All right, time for us to start moving stuff around then. Namely, down here, we want to build down on this side and just fill out this area to its maximum size. Again, I am effectively making work for myself because later on I'm going to replace this with higher tier building materials, but I'd like to have a nice flat place to work from. And yes, it's a shop, but it doesn't mean it doesn't need to be a pretty shop. And I kind of like the multi-tiered effect. That's what we're going to be going for here. This is going to both be a shop and a piece of art. It's going to be the sort of place where people want to just come and hang out. Maybe we'll have a little cafe. Maybe it will be stacked with Sheilab original recipe cakes. It's going to be great. Local produce only. There we go. Certified 100% free of Joja Cola. Can't even fish it out from the water nearby. Oh, fantastic, Rathalos. That'll be excellent news. There we go. I find the best way to set up a shop in this is to make it something that it's going to benefit the community, not just something that people might necessarily want. You know, you make something that's going to be helpful, and people are going to go out of their way to support the shop. It's kind of the same in real life, you know. People like supporting the small shops because the small shops care a little bit more about the community. That isn't always the case, though. You know, it is completely unfair to imply that just because a brand is particularly successful and has become a large franchise, that they don't give a care in the world about things. But I don't know. There's something about community spirit that sometimes gets lost in translation once a company gets big enough. Grab this. But once again, I do think that you kind of need to. All mileages vary, and you kind of need to experience something before you sign off and say, "Yeah, oh, yeah, all big companies are awful." Not necessarily true. And it does everyone a bit of a disservice if you just blindly fire off that kind of stuff. Joja Mart is 100% always bad, though. I don't even need to die on that hill. There's loads of people already up there. There's far too many of us to kill. Tunk. Is that? I thought someone was riding that. Oh, that would have been amazing, Inflectus. From my perspective, you were riding on that. That was grand. I am so disappointed it wasn't true, but it was amazing while I thought it was. That was fantastic. Alas. No, let me out. Tunk. There we go. Now, I did promise us all a tea break. I'm just getting this rock out of the way because I may as well. And then we will have a couple of moments for us to refuel as needed. I am afraid. I'm so sorry, little tree. I almost always hate chopping down a tree when it's that small. That one can stay, for example, but that one really was in my way. And there was nothing I could do about it. It was just going to always be in my way, so. Can we get... Well, I kind of want this to be over here, but if I don't have to cut a sapling down in order to do it, we'll do it. I mean, ultimately, these trees are all going to go, so I'm not really sure I'm actually helping with this, but there we go. Right, let's gobble down some food. Yeah, Joja Mart is cartoonishly evil. How are the ferrets? The ferrets are doing really, really well. Cute as always. Can I use my shovel just to pull stuff from the cart? I probably can, yes. And yeah, Pierre's kind of goes down the dark path as well. Yeah, I don't know about that whole thing. When you're supporting Pierre, eventually Pierre, I mean, he's always... You're not really winning any moral victories by working. The only moral victory you're winning by going against Joja Mart is in supporting the Junimo. But you're also tangentially supporting Pierre's. And Pierre is just a less successful Joja Mart. Pierre is on the dark path. He is going down the dark path. He's just slower. I don't know. Maybe you can hope that Caroline is going to be able to steer him away at the last moment, but I don't know. I don't know about that one. Pierre is a bit of a scallywag, I think. The lesser of two evils, yeah, pretty much. I think you just have to live with yourself. You just have to be like, yeah, I'm gonna make peace with this. There is no good guy in this Pierre's versus Joja Mart contest. There's just a significantly worse bad guy. And so I'm going to be against them. But I'm not, by doing this, I'm not implicitly supporting Pierre. I'm just accidentally supporting him. Yeah, Marissa, Pierre does offer his goods for quite a bit less than Joja Mart. Only because he has to, I feel. I think if Pierre felt that he could get away with not, he would. Nah, Pierre isn't evil. wanting to make money and be a successful businessman isn't in and of itself evil. I think that the only real crime, and I give him a lot of scallywag points for this one, is that Pierre is always like, haha, my produce is the best produce in the thing. And it's like, it's not your produce though. You bought it off other people. You didn't grow this. In fact, half of this is probably mine. And you're sat here, haha, my vegetables are the best, the vegetables in the world. It's like, That is my official response to Pierre. In the grim dark future, there is only capitalism, maybe. But would it necessarily be that grim or that dark? Who knows? It might actually be lovely, sleek, polished, bright. Because if capitalism does anything particularly well, it does marketing well. Oh. But on that note, it's time for our tea break. We're going to be away for a couple of minutes. I'm going to go and grab myself a refreshing beverage, a hot beverage. It shall be tea. I may be eaten by a wolf while I'm away, so let me just jump up here where I may be ever so slightly safer. Oh, I can't. Well, that is bad. Oh, I can. But that also means the wolf can. Oh, that is bad. Never mind. I will... I will hold my bow menacingly and hope that that is enough. And if it isn't, that the dapperlings nearby will hear me being eaten by the wolf and will come to my aid. Either way, we're going to be stepping away for a couple of minutes. Time for you to grab a cup of tea, stretch your legs, go and spend some time with your pets, let them know that you haven't been swallowed up by the TV. And we shall return shortly to continue. Well, actually, we're probably almost up to the building phase. We've got a little bit more land to move around, but very close to striking the earth properly and starting to lay down the foundations of our eventual trading post for bricks and charcoal and maybe other sundry masonry goods. Who knows? But those are the two main ones that I'm going to be going for. I will probably make a small little place where Sheelab can have a little cafe. I think that might be nice. A little roadside cafe where you can drop by, pick up some bricks, pick up a little bit of charcoal, also some snacks for the long journey back to wherever your camp is. I like this idea. I really do. But on that note, break time. So see you back in about 5 minutes.